Hey everybody, it's Flyin Ryan here with a review of the Sky Rover Gravity-Z from Auldey Toys. And if you saw my previous Sky Rover reviews, you'll know that I'm actually quite a big fan of this brand. You can get these at Walmart for like $25 or $30, and for the price, they are just really, packed with features. They come with a bunch of spare parts. They've got spare main rotors, spare tail rotor, two spare linkages, which pretty much nothing comes with spare linkages, and that's like the #1 part I break in helicopters, so that's cool to see that. And then a USB charging cable. This takes about an hour to charge, but you get a good 10-minute flights out of it, so really long flight time. And the special thing about this line of helicopters is that each different model has like a special feature, and as you can probably see, the special feature for this one is a motion controller. So you turn left and right and move forward and backward by tilting the controller, and then you just control throttle here with the throttle stick. And it actually works really well. It's very stable helicopter, it holds a good hover, and it's pretty slow, but that's good because it doesn't get out of control. You can make your movements with the hand controller here, and the helicopter translates them nice and smoothly, and just flies really well for a motion controller. So I actually had a pretty good time flying this thing. And then it also has a auto hover or auto takeoff feature. So if you're on the ground and you hit this button, it'll I think it's got a little infrared sensor on the bottom, and it'll kind of lift off, come back down, lift off, and it'll do this a few times while it kind of judges its height, and then after 3 or 4 times it'll find a hover point and it'll just hold that height. You don't have to give any throttle, and then you can just tilt it around to make it fly without having to deal with the throttle. So that's pretty cool. I believe you're also supposed to be able to set the height, and then while you're holding the hover, you can press that button and it'll lock into that height. But I didn't have much luck getting that to work. I'm not really sure, what the steps are that you're supposed to do, because I'd hit that and let it, go up and down and try to find its point for a while, but as soon as I would let off the throttle, it would fall out of the sky. So I'm not exactly sure if I was just doing something wrong or what the deal was there, but anyways, if you do it from the ground, it works quite well. And then also, I just always was a big fan of how all of these look. They all have this really cool, sci-fi, neat design. It's got a LED on it, and so just really cool, especially for $25. You just get a lot of bang for your buck. So really happy with this one. Let's see, I think that's about all I had to say about it, so let's go take it for a flight. Alright, this is the flight review of the Sky Rover Gravity-Z. Since this one's infrared, we want to turn the helicopter on first, and turn on the transmitter. And I think we've got to give it throttle. Nope, it's ready to go right away. Alright, so let's start off with the auto hover feature. So I'll just go ahead and hit this button on the left, and it should start trying to hover. Whoa. Kind of tricky to keep it out of the way of stuff while it gets its hover going, but as you can see, I'm not giving any throttle. I'm still kind of trying to find its hover point. And you can see I can turn by twisting, give forward flight, turn, forward. I think it's found its hover there. It's going up, getting a little more height. There we go. And so you can see that's full forward flight. So it doesn't go fast, but that's pretty decent when you're trying to control it with the tilt, control. If it were much faster, it would get hard to control. But again, that's no throttle. I'm just controlling just the turns and forward and backwards. So let's go ahead and give it some throttle now. I'm controlling the throttle. And let's see if I can get a hover. So there's a hover, so you can see how stable this thing is. Really nice and stable. So pretty easy to control. I like this. This is actually the tilt control works quite well for this. You can go backwards as well. Oh, get away, get away, get away. Backwards flight. Oh, durability test. So it works pretty well. I like it. These Sky Rovers have really impressed me. Didn't expect much for $25 from Walmart, but it actually does quite well. Comes with a bunch of spare parts. Let's see if I can get it for a decent landing. Ooh, not bad. Alright, well that's that. That is the Sky Rover Gravity-Z with the auto hover and motion sensing control. Alright, well thanks for watching. Please subscribe if you aren't already, and I'll see you next time.